A year ago, I posted a video about how we were managing to deal with quackgrass in our garden. And if you haven't dealt with quackgrass in your garden, it is basically the devil of weeds. The green part is just the tip. Underneath, there's this web of shoots called rhizomes. And those rhizomes shoot off in all directions. And basically what it does is the green part photosynthesizes sunlight and it pushes that energy into these rhizomes, which grow underground and they sprout new plants. As soon as the plant grows more than 2 shoots, it's going to start pushing the energy back into those roots. So you have to whack it down. You have to whack the quackgrass down with the tiller, and then as soon as it starts growing, you got to hit it again, and then keep doing that over and over and over and over until it's used up all of the energy it stores down in those rhizomes, and it eventually dies. We did that here, and we had great success. It has worked really, really well. My problem is there's a lot of areas that I wasn't able to till, like this hillside here. There's a lot of quackgrass on this hillside, as well as our perimeter. This entire area was quackgrass. That's all that grows here. And maintaining this perimeter and areas like this is going to be the challenge going forward. It's going to be years and years. It's probably going to be the rest of our gardening career fighting this weed. And spending a year just getting rid of it in the center is the majority of the battle. Now we can just focus on controlling it, which is a lot easier than trying to play whack-a-mole all year. Right after we finished tilling last year, I put that black silage tarp on this spot, and this is how it is. There's no weeds, there's nothing growing. It's a blank slate. So that does work. The only problem with silage tarps are they're really expensive. I did some shopping for silage tarps, and I think for one 60 by 30 meter tarp, which is quite large, they wanted like 350 Canadian dollars. So it just was not an option for me. You can see I'm using these clear tarps in a bit of an experiment. This is called solarization, where you use clear plastic and it creates such a hot environment underneath the plastic that it basically cooks it. It hasn't really gotten hot enough this year to work yet. As you can see where the tarp blew off, is basically just creating a greenhouse effect and making a beautiful, nice, warm spot for it to grow. So far that has not worked. The black tarp, however, starves the plant of sunlight, and you can see where I had it till the wind blew it off. It was actually doing a fairly good job. But yeah, I would say that tilling it repetitively last year had an awesome effect. This isn't an accurate representation of what it looked like, because we just hoed and planted potatoes here. But over here you can see this was just completely quackgrass last year, and there are a few exceptions. There are a few spots where there are plants, and we're gonna have to go through and get rid of those, but for the most part it is gone. So dealing with areas like this and dealing with areas like our perimeter is going to be the main battle going forward, and we're going to do that in a combination of ways. We're going to use black plastic, we're going to use landscape fabric, we're going to use, you can also mow the grass. If you keep it short, the plant won't be able to push rhizomes and you'll essentially halt it in its tracks. So we could also do a big strip around the garden where we keep it mowed short, but just not letting it grow longer than 3 shoots is key. The other thing we're going to be doing is we're going to have a moat of pigs. We have this enclosure set up with cattle panel and electric fence. And once we put our pigs in here and we've trained them on the electric fence, we're going to try putting an electric fence moat around the perimeter of the garden, and we're going to see if the pigs can just keep an area quackgrass free. The main risk with that obviously is if the pigs get out, they're in your garden and your garden's gone. Like within a day, your garden will be gone. So having a good electric fence is key. I'm going to be trying to keep you guys updated on how it's going here in the garden. We aren't professional gardeners. We don't really know what we're doing. We just make it up as we go along. So if you guys have any tips, if you guys have any experience, let me know down in the comments. Just share your experiences. It's helpful for anyone who's watching. And if you want to stay updated on how it's going here, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.